Hello and welcome to Getting Real with Purnashree. I am Purnashree. Thank you for being here. So basically, this YouTube channel will be a series of videos of me addressing social issues while doing my daily activities. The reason I decided to start this channel is because there's a lot of bad things going on right now. And there are a lot of people that are using their different platforms to speak up, and so I want to use this platform to speak up, and hopefully it'll make a difference or a change. Let's see. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and now that I've gotten that out of the way, hello, welcome to Getting Real with Purnashree. Today we will be discussing colorism. If you like what you see, please like the video and please subscribe. Thank you for being here, and let's get on to the video. So, colorism is the discrimination towards darker skinned people. Yeah, that's still a thing. Why? I don't know, don't look at me. So, this form of discrimination, while it could happen amongst racial groups, it more often than not happens within the same racial group. I mean, my brown girls, you know what I'm talking about when your auntie walks up to you and they're like, oh, dark dear, or your uncle walks up to you and say, if you're a bit more fairer, you'll be prettier. Or like somebody in the family just walks up to you and say, don't hang out in the sun too much, you're losing color. Yeah, that right there is colorism, y'all. So, in different parts of the world, there are different origins of colorism, but I'm just going to focus on Asia. And when I say Asia, I don't mean East Asia, I mean all of Asia. So based on my research, there are two different origins of colorism. The first is Western colonization. So this was when Europeans were colonizing different parts of the world, and because they were the dominant power, it formed the association that if you are white, you have better privileges and better life and better opportunities. So when they would have children with the native people, their babies that were fairer also reinforced the idea that if you were fairer, you would have better lives. While that was the case in the past, it's not the case anymore, and yet colorism still exists. Secondly, in Asian societies previously, if you were fairer, you were assumed to be of a higher ranking in society, and if you were darker, you were assumed to be a lower ranking in society, simply because you were lower ranking in society because you had to do manual labor and you had to work under the sun, and that's why you were darker. Yes, but all that was in the past, and yet colorism still exists till today. Why? You guys already know, being a brown girl growing up in a brown family, I have a lot of experience with colorism. I always heard statements like, oh, don't turn the lights off, you won't be able to see that person. Funny. Or like statements like, oh, that girl, she's very pretty for a dark girl. I mean, nobody said that to me lah, you know, but like I heard that statement being thrown around here and there lah. And a lot of other statements lah, condemning darker skin, like, oh, you know, oh, she dark lah, how better use, you know, fair and lovely. Yes, I was a victim of fair and lovely. Not anymore though, I'm over it. So all this affected my confidence about my skin color. I was like, oh my god, I need to be fair. Yeah, that's one. Secondly, because you know, I'm a concept brown girl. I watched a lot of Tamil and Hindi movies growing up, and traditionally they would always cast, most of the time they would cast like fair actors and actresses to play the main roles. And of course, them casting fairer actors didn't really affect me because it didn't affect my self-confidence, nor did it affect my preference. But them casting fair girls as the lead actresses, oh my god, that took a toll on me. I was like, okay, doesn't matter who I am, I have to be fair if I want to be attractive or like desired and whatever not. Yeah, what are your experiences with colorism? If y'all have any, let me know, and then I'll share it the next time I talk about colorism. Unfortunately, colorism prevails in Malaysian media. Okay, not that, it's not so dominant, but it is there. Based on my research, there were two incidences that I found, but if there's anything that I missed out, please let me know. Okay, so the first one is Watson's ad in 2019, their Raya ad, was basically about this prince finding for his bride, and his only criteria was that she had to have a beautiful voice. And so this girl, knowing that she had the most beautiful voice, she wanted to test the prince whether he would still pick her, and so she made herself unattractive by making herself darker. And then when the prince still picks her, then she was like, oh, look, I'm actually fair. So I was like, okay. Yeah, that was one. Second is a recent incident. It was a Dayang Senandung folklore that was turned into a drama. Basically, the narrative is this princess is cursed with dark skin, and then she gets married, and then she has a baby, and once she has the child, the curse is lifted, and when the curse is lifted, she becomes fair. All these narratives promote the ideology that if being dark is bad for you and it is something that you don't want to be. And while that might have been the mindset previously, it shouldn't be the mindset now. These kind of ideologies shouldn't be promoted now. After all, your skin color is something you're born with, not something you earn. So it all has to be treated equally. Kan, right? What do you guys think? You need to love your skin color for what it is. I know it's cheesy and it's easier said than done, but if you don't love it, you won't be able to convince anybody else to love it. And I think the biggest obstacle of loving your skin color is the negative comments that people make about your skin color. But here are a few things that you can say to people that try to insult your skin color. When they say, oh, you've gotten dark already, say thank you. If they say, oh, don't turn the lights off, you won't be able to see this person. Well, I think if you turn the lights off, you won't be able to see anybody. So 3, if they say don't hang out in the sun, you're gonna get dark. Well, I've got my sunscreen on, so my skin is protected, but if I get dark, so? And then they say, but if you get dark, how are you going to find a partner? Well, if I'm trying to find a partner that prioritizes my skin color over my personality, which is pretty bomb, then I'm good. Thanks. Bye. We need to educate ourselves about these forms of discrimination. And I'm not just talking about colorism, I'm just talking about like discrimination in general. It's important because 1, so that you're aware that this form of discrimination exists. 2, so that you'll be able to try and empathize with somebody that faces this form of discrimination. Of course, you probably won't be able to understand exactly what they're going through, but it's important that you try to understand what they're going through. And 3, once you're aware of this form of discrimination, you can try to make sure that you don't partake in this form of discrimination. Make sure that you don't make those statements that might ruin somebody else's day. You don't act in a way that might make somebody else feel bad about themselves. This is why it's important we need to educate ourselves about these forms of discrimination. If you see someone that feels insecure about their skin color, encourage them and constantly tell them that it is beautiful just the way it is. Honestly, like certain family members and friends constantly encouraging me and telling me that my skin color is beautiful help me get over my insecurity. So let's all work together to abolish this stigma that darker skin isn't as beautiful as lighter skin. Every skin color is beautiful just the way it is, regardless of whether you're pale, tan, white, brown, black, pink, green, blue. It is beautiful just the way it is. So we've reached the end of the video. I hope you guys like what you saw. I hope it made somebody's day. I hope it made somebody feel better. If you like what you saw, please like this and please subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. So that's it for this week's video. I'll be posting every Wednesday. Please come back next week, please. Till then, bye.